with the rebound throwdown helping out. How about Draymond Green up and over Timofey Mozgov here? He became the first ever second-round draft pick with a triple-double in the NBA Finals history. And Festus Ezeli getting in on the act. The Golden State Warriors just playing terrific defense, and that led to the offense. Steph Curry.
Presented by Sprite, the 2K Sports pregame show. A beautiful evening here in Chicago, Illinois, as we take a look at the iconic high-rises of downtown Chicago. We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs, Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And it's Splitter in at the center, filling out the middle. Wow, way off on that one. Well, going into last season, Thiago Splitter accepting a 4-year, $36 million extension, Steve, from the Spurs.
A lot of people questioned the value of that contract, but Splitter more than earned it with his play throughout the regular season and in the playoffs. He's versatile, he can pass, he can defend, and even though his numbers were down a little bit last year, he made tremendous impact just in terms of their interior play. Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. There's the dish to Leonard. Duncan with the screen for Leonard. Pulls up, high post. Another shot. No good. And it's Chicago the other way. By himself. Oh!
Look out!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Parker with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Parker kicks to Leonard.
Well, I hope they start getting warmed up here soon. That's 0 for 4 to this point.
Snell, that's good. Snell's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, they've got them on their heels the way they've been running the ball up and down, right down their throat.
Yeah, it's like a fast break drill out there, guys. A lot of great finishes in transition.
Now here's Leonard. Will it go? Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Kawhi Leonard has been talked about and mentioned as the future of this San Antonio Spurs team. 23 years old is all he is, and already a great defender and a much improved shooter from his days at San Diego State.
And for Kawhi Leonard, we know about his defense, but you think, Steve, he can become a go-to offensive player?
Well, he's going to need to, Kevin, when Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan move on. This is going to be Kawhi Leonard's team, and I thought what was interesting was the Spurs gave him more of a burden last year offensively. They started to give him more and more looks isolation-wise down the block, and he's developed at a beautiful rate. He's coming into his own.
Now Duncan following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. Now the pass to Green. Outside Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nobody near Parker. The three-pointer is right on target. Parker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Rose kicks to Snell. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Spurs trail by 6. Parker dishes to Leonard. Takes a shot at the elbow. He squares up and sinks it.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Rose attacking. And nothing is falling for him right now.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Here's Green. Shot is no good. And it's Chicago the other way. Rose kicks to Snell. Parker with the steal. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. He dishes it to Duncan. Back to Parker. That three off the mark. The Bulls leading by 4.
The Chicago Bulls consistently one of the best defensive teams in basketball. Coach Tom Thibodeau is an innovator on that side of the floor and great motivator as well. He's done an amazing job.
1:53 left in the first. Dishes it to Duncan. Parker double teamed. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
3 turnovers so far for them. Too many. It looks like they're just not taking the game. Game very seriously at this point.
Since the tip, they seem to be just a touch out of sync.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Now here's Rose. Passes it to Snell. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Snell's got 11 points.
Now defensively, they have to pick up the intensity and close out on shooters.
Steve, you're right. I mean, they're getting picked apart out there. The intensity on D's got to pick up as well. I mean, you can't have it on cruise control on defense.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. McDermott's checked in for Tony Snell. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Bellinelli, Butler with the block. And they're able to recover. And he gets it to go. 1:09 left to play in the first. And Brooks, here we go. Now the feed to McDermott. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing it. Nice job of running the floor.
Butler with the steal.
You know, they really need to start taking better care of the ball, guys. They've been in a funk since coming out of the locker room.
Steve, that's 4 turnovers, and it's still real early. They are not in any kind of a rhythm right now.
The long distance 3 is buried. Butler's got 7 points in the game.
That's now a dozen straight points coming off wide open three-pointers.
You know what it looks like to me out there, guys? I mean, it looks like All-Star Weekend out there. We know how much defense is played. There's actually defense during the All-Star Weekend, no D.
Here's Bellinelli. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Butler from outside. A rebound by the Spurs. And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Ginobili the pass to Diaw. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Diaw's got his first basket. Three-pointer, Butler. A sensational shot at the buzzer.
And perfectly.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Bulls out front. They finish off the first quarter on a 15-4 run. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. Yeah, they have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
On the court for San Antonio, Mills and Manu at the guards. Bellinelli is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Baines in at the 5 down low. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, thank you, Kevin. As you know, Derrick Rose might be a superstar, but he doesn't lean towards the limelight. He said, I was always the kid who didn't say too much, and people didn't think I knew that much. But I followed everything that was going on in the room and always knew my surroundings. Paying attention to detail, that's part of being a point guard. Guys?
Certainly a cerebral approach to the game. Much appreciated, Doris. Thank you.
Complete domination. What a game for Butler. He has 11 points and the 2 nice steals as well.
He is giving them serious matchup problems because he can score inside and out.
Well, that's the hardest kind of guy to defend there.
Now here's Parker. Duncan outside with the shot. Rebound by Butler.
You know, I get the feeling that Tim Duncan would make a mean poker player. With his reluctance to display emotion on the court, it's pretty clear when he's on the court, the big fundamental is all business.
And it's good on the assist by Parker.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Chicago leading by 17. Brooks dishes to McDermott. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you talk about Duncan's reserved demeanor, snubbed from the All-Star game last season, but you never hear him complain. That's just not how he does things. Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Muhammad. Saul comes in for Taj Gibson. Tony Snell's checked in for McDermott. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Aaron Brooks. Here's Snell. He's got 11. Butler from outside. A rebound by the Spurs. Green's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And for Duncan, as respected Clark as he is, you wonder if he's gotten the recognition that he truly deserves.
Well, it's like a lot of things, Kevin. Sometimes you don't truly appreciate it until it's gone. But he's one of the 10 best players of all time in my book. Consistency, high-level performance, championships, every measure you use to evaluate him makes him one of the 10 best players. These defenders are putting up very little resistance. Distance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers. You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And it's Rose penetrating, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. Nice abs and determination.